Hi fundraising family, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking all about the future of virtual galas, what's going to happen with hybrid galas and live events coming back in 2021. And these are my predictions for the fundraising event industry for the next 12 to 18 months. Before we hop into this video, if you could give this video a thumbs up or subscribe. By the way, subscribing is totally free, and it tells me and YouTube that these kind of educational videos are helpful to you. And I know that 89% of you watch and don't subscribe because YouTube tells me. So help a girl out. I'm giving all this information for free. Okay, my predictions for 2021. I do not think that live events are going to come back in 2021. I know a lot of people are crossing their fingers for the fall and hoping and wishing and praying, and I'm getting calls about bookings for the fall. I just don't think it is going to be possible. I think that if you are planning an event for the fall, you need to think about a couple things. Are you going to require that everybody's vaccinated? And if so, how are they going to prove that to you? And how are you going to make sure that people don't falsify their records, or is it just the honor system? Because I don't think the honor system is just is going to do it this time. So how are you going to get that information? I think the second thing to worry about is that's one layer of it. The second layer of it is if you have it, let's just say at the hotel, for example, the Hilton Hotel, are you going to require that every single server, busboy, bell captain, concierge, everyone who works in the hotel has been vaccinated as well, because they're going to be doing service for you? And what does that mean? I also think, because this brings up another layer, what happens if one of their staff members calls in sick 2 days before your event and then tests positive for COVID? Are you going to cancel your whole event? I just think there's so many layers to this that happen. Plus, are you liable for any of these things that happen? The other thing that I think gets confusing and hard, especially in the world of donors and major donors, is what if you have a major donor named Mr. Smith who donates $1 million to a year and doesn't want to get vaccinated? Are you going to keep him out of your gala? So I think that's really interesting. And are we going to be able to be eating at galas? I don't know. Are galas just going to be gathering together to watch a movie with masks on? What does that mean? For me, as a performer, as an auctioneer, does that mean you want me to run around with my mask on or my mask off? Does that mean you're requiring me to be vaccinated? And by the way, I'm like under 40 and healthy. I'm going to be one of the last people vaccinated. So how far before your event do I have to be vaccinated? Right? Like, can I get it the day of? Like, there's all these kind of weird rules and regulations. Or am I going to be on stage behind like plexiglass? And is that as engaging? Is that as worthwhile? So I think live events are probably not going to come back till 2022, until the majority of the country is vaccinated, until some of these big companies like the airlines and the hotels figure out their policies, because we really can't do it alone. And whether you're doing it outside with a caterer or whatever, I just get ready for another virtual gala. It's happening. Now, the next thing that people ask me is, well, what about hybrid? What about some people in the room and some people at home? Well, how are you going to choose? Are you just going to have a major donor people sitting in the room, or is it first come, first serve? Is it just the people vaccinated? I think you run into a whole bunch of other issues that you have. And if it's just going to be a major donor event, does it need to be video? Does it need to be hybrid? Should you just have a major donor event that doesn't have a virtual portion to it? Like, do you even need that? And by the way, what message does that say to your lower level donors? Oh, by the way, you can't be in the room unless you give $5,000 and up. Now, it could be a very interesting fundraising strategy, but it's also very hierarchical and very like caste system-y, like you get to be at the party and you get to stay home. I just think it's going to be very weird. Also, from what I know about major donors, is that the wealthier they are, the more cautious they are, and the more likely they are to not attend galas in person. In which case, if they're not attending and their friends are not attending, or they're at their second home in upstate New York or Florida or Hawaii, wherever, who are you holding this gala for anyway? Now, last but not least, the virtual gala. I think there's a lot of fun things coming down the pipeline. I think these drive-ins have If you've never seen a drive-in, there's these drive-in fundraisers that are becoming increasingly popular. Outdoor events are super duper popular in climates where they are possible. And also the competition style of fundraising is very, very popular. And we can get into that in another video. But I would encourage you for 2021 to stop planning on a live event. It's just not gonna happen. And it's not worth the liability to your organization. Plus, let me throw this in for good measure, fundraising events were never the best use of your staff time and energy in general. This might be an excellent time for your organization to take a look inward and say, you know what, we're just gonna really focus on donor cultivation this year and not waste time planning events. And as much as I love event-based fundraising, I know it's not the best thing for your organization. So if this gets you out of that cycle, focuses your energy on donor cultivation and bringing in new prospects, then that is what you should do, because we all know that is the tried and true method for fundraising. Guys, that is it. Those are my predictions for 2021. What are yours? Leave them down in the comments section below. Give this video a thumbs up or a subscribe. Hit that little red button, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.